Welcome back everyone to another episode of Satisfactory 1.0. I am Andrea Dev, and if you're new here and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It does help a lot. So without further ado, let's jump in and get things rolling. In the previous episode, we finished our new power factory with, the fuel that we were producing, and we doubled down in the output. So we convert all our power shard, all our slug into power shard, and we have now a whooping 7,800 megawatts, and we really need to get things pushing a little bit more. And this is why, as a every good chef, a little bit in the background before starting the episode, I prepared these the requirement for this milestone. So we are now being able to place everything in. We should be able to add all the ingredients. We should have all the pipe and all the tubes, and we are ready to go. Where are you asking? Well, I'm happy that you ask. We are going to start
Trains are excellent for efficiently moving vast
with
quantities
trains.
of
Yeah,
parts.
correct.
Train logistics can be made
Trains,
more
it's
precise and
supposed-
complex with tools found in the railway signaling
Alright.
milestone. I
Okay.
listen to all my pioneers, often when they're not even aware of it. So due to
Alright.
popular demand, I have added a motivational message. Choo choo mother.
Oh, wow, I did not see that coming. But it's not gonna be the only things that we are unlocking today as a starting, because the preparation of train, it's us getting ready to start at least 4 new factory, a computer factory, a heavy modular frame, and modular engine. Now, I'm happy that we are producing things and we are transporting with with tractors and whatnot. But I really would love to kind of streamline a little bit more and start to use train. Because once you start to create train, my assumption is that I can let electricity pass through, and they are not going to be needing coal, I think. I don't know yet. I never played too much with train before, so this is going to be a first, and I absolutely love the idea of it. So with that being said, I wanted to unlock a little bit of alien technology today. So I prepare as well some SEM fluctuator, and some Mercer sphere are already in my inventory in the deposit. Because in the last episode we unlocked as well the uploader, which has been absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. And the last things that is left before starting, it's uploading a little bit more, increasing our stack and whatnot. So I need to, obviously, I need to grab my Mercer sphere from my inventory, and now I'm able to unlock. It would be great if they would unlock in the MAM directly from your inventory or from your dimensional depot. It would be crazy. Yes.
Dimensional expansion increased to 200%. Refining manipulation of SAM allows us to now deconstruct non-living matter down to its atomic components in one dimension, and store it in basic bound states in another.
We do not resonate with the tribute song. Do not worship at the window. Desecrate our temple gifts. This shallow serenade is sour and salt.
My intention was not to encroach, if that is what upsets you, nor was it to dispose of material. I do not waste.
Yeah, we do not waste. We throw everything in the awesome thing. So what's missing now? We have unlocked another depot, and which means that we have way more storage. And this is beautiful, because when you start to create big and large factory, it's complicated to have everything uploading. So probably next things that we're gonna do later is increase the upload speed. Now I would love to go and start the planning for my train, but what are we gonna produce? So I did some digging around, and the idea is that to produce just 5 computer per minute, which somehow seems like not a lot, but it is. We need 240 crude oil per minute and 120 copper as a resource to starting. Now, this is interesting because we are producing just 5. We probably could double down, but I think that I would rather just go around with get the sloops and you know, drop them into the machinery and try and double our output. Just, you know, it sounds like the reasoning is that we have half of our consumption and the double of the output. It just makes sense. So I don't want to plan big. I would rather just double it down later down the road. We still have most of our coal factory going on. We got a couple of nodes that we need to exploit, a little bit of limestone, but I will very quick reach the other side because we're probably gonna place our computer factory down in that direction. So I'm gonna go grab my explorer and I'll see you on the other side. So as you can see, we are on the place, we are on the last bits of our highway, and we have some copper just in front of us, which is pure, and we have some crude oil, which is somewhat good. Now I don't want to use all of it, so I might just drop a line this way to arrive to the coal. But yeah, we need to clear some way in here a little bit. Grab some of these nails. We have even some node that we haven't just touched just yet. Let's see if I can grab you. Thank you. I think that everything is respawned because I was on my way and I think I found some Mercer sphere that they were not supposed to be there because I picked them up. But they were, and you know, pleasing, you know, it's the way that you want to play the game. It's really up to you and up to happen how you want to play the game. It's really not, it is a single player, and if some people say, oh, you know, it's kind of cheating and it's not fair that things double down and respawn, I think that it's just a matter of how you feel like you want to play the game. It's your game, you should be happy to play it the way that you want to. Now let's go back to our road systems for a second, because I mean, like, the copper node is down there. The real question is, are these 3 in the way, or am I able to just, let's see if I'm able to chop them down. I think I removed my biofuel from my inventory. Great. I might have to just resort to my, yeah, I might just come and grab some of these grass and just craft me some old biofuel, obviously manually, because like, how fun would that be if I have to just have a factory for that, isn't it? Which is gonna happen. I'm gonna have to create a factory for one for the biomass, so everything that I have on me. But just because sometimes I just have grabbed so much stuff involuntarily, and it's just good to have it there. And another one for the remain of for animal remains. That must be another thing that we need to do. Okay, so that's done. I am now able to clean up very quickly, very fast, these few bits of road that are left. Bush, much better. And we can now access the 2 nodes of copper ore that are here. Well, I mean, like, we can pass through. We're probably gonna have to go at least a couple of levels up if we want to progress with our straight highway. I can see that up there is a Mercer sphere, if I'm not mistaken, just on top of that hill. Yeah, I'm correct. And there is a purple snails, so I might have to just do some exploration later on. But I really want to know, where is the oil? How far is it? Can we reach it? Okay, is straight away, straight down the road. So we are maybe, and I say maybe because, you know, it's that's a long shot. We are able to probably create a line that goes from here straight away in between these two and bringing the copper to the oil. And this is because the oil is a liquid, and what we really want is that we do not want to create a situation where we need a lot of pump and a lot of you know, tube that goes up or whatever, because, you know, this game is very good, but the fluid is just like finicky, so to say, just the least. Now, should I create my highway? I think I'm gonna leave it in here, and I will start creating and placing down a couple of miner, which I'm not sure that I can. Oh yeah, I do have the miner. So what's left to do is that now create some of these foundation, and I do not have the plate, and I should have grabbed all my stuff from my inventory down there. Not a problem. I'll just very quick run down there and grab everything. But I really want to try and see. I think that from here I can go one way straight. And yeah, let's start, and I'll go and grab the platform and start to move everything forward. And we see where we are gonna go with this platform, because I think it's after these. Yeah, you can see that pop. Yeah, it's just after this. So we might go a little bit further in here and then go straight down the road. We'll see. I'll grab and I'll see you in a second. And let's grab very quickly this. Can I? Thank you. There we go. So it turns out that it would be probably a straight way from our first miner, rather than actually going towards the outside, because everything is in here. So we have two impure node, one it's in here, so this one is impure, and same for the other one. Berries, I'll take that. Here it goes. And the other one should be somewhere on the coast. Let's see if I manage to... Ooh. There is quite a few flora and fauna in here. I had to fight a couple of this, the big one, whatever those things, the artichoke, the hungry artichoke. And I really need some obelisk, like to start actually do a cleanup. Yeah. That one on, I think it's somewhere down there. There we go. Oh, there's another hungry one. So we do have quite a few options. Now, just out of curiosity, because we have plenty of copper on the other side, how much we can extract with obviously an oil extractor, of course. Let's not be silly about it. So if I place this in here just for the time being, I can pull out 60 per minute, which means that I'm gonna have to overclock it. Not just this one, but both of these need to be overclocked, because to produce 5 computer we need a whopping 240 crude oil. Now I could increase this by a little bit, and I'm saying it's like 50% more, and see how much I can produce, but I really want to keep my power shard for things that are actually needed. And yeah, I found some slag and some mercer sphere on the road. There was one just up that leaf on top of that thing, on top of the ledge. So I might just floor out this area and get all of this clean. I do have some obelisk in one of my storage, and I picked them up nearby. I think was a kind of hard drive or whatever. But the problem is this area gonna be enough? Because I'm gonna be needing space for 8 refinery just to produce the plastic. Then it's gonna get out the heavy oil residual for this computer factory. And I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of the machinery that we need. So the copper ore is gonna be converted in copper ingot, and I just need 4. One of those nodes is gonna be producing 120, so it's gonna be a little bit under producing. Or I'm gonna produce full and I'm gonna use it for something else down there directly. I'm gonna use this gigantic line to bring in here copper sheet and wire. So how we're gonna do those 4 smelter are gonna be divided in 80-40, and I'm gonna dividing the copper sheet, so 80 into the copper sheet and into 4 constructor, and 40 they're gonna go in 3 constructor and just create wire. Well, 2.70, but yeah, 3 constructor. And with the wire I'm gonna then create cable in just 1.3 constructor, and part of the plastic and part of the copper sheet I'm gonna go into the circuit board. Now, why I would love to have a little bit more? Because I was thinking that maybe I can start and store some circuit board, because we are gonna be making 20 per minute. So if I double down on copper, I can create some sort of parallel factory that produce circuit board in, you know, in the meantime. And then with the residual, well, we're gonna use plastics, and with the plastics and the cable, we are gonna create the computer. We just in two manufacturer, so we're gonna need a lot of space. That's a very important factory. Now the question is, if I push all the oil this way on this line, I might be able to use this open space in here and build vertically, so I don't even have to pull everything till there. I'm gonna just have to bring it halfway through it, which I think is possibly a sensible solution for now. But I don't know, I need to do some exploration. I need to start to place some foundation where I think I want this factory in here. And in the meantime, I'm gonna grab this nail. Oh, the jetpack is like absolutely amazing. So yeah, let's see if I can sort out the measurement for how big and how much space do we have. And I'm gonna be back probably with already a floor for it, at least for the refinery, which is gonna be probably the first step for it, because yeah, we need to create a lot of plastic. Man, this area is full of this blue slug. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. This just means more power shot for us. Oh yeah, much better. We definitely can work with something like this, I guess. Alright, before I start to just pass the electricity, I want to show how big I did this ground floor. Did I went a little bit ahead of myself? Yes, I definitely did. I create a lot of space. But on the other hand, while I was building, I just decided that I might use that copper and I'll convert completely in circuit board, because apparently they're gonna be used and needed. And we might create some sort of transportation that goes across and pass through here and deliver everything all around the map with our new train. So I just thought I'm gonna do it a little bit ahead of the time and make sure that I have enough product that I can transport with train, because like right now we have train. Look at this beautiful, we unlocked the locomotive, the freight and train station and everything beautiful. So I guess that this one is for the fluid, this is for the solid, and these are the empty platform, which I don't know. Yeah, they create empty space, I don't know what they're for. And I probably will start by creating at some point a train that comes and pass by and they go all to a centralized location when I'm gonna do the mega warehouse. But yeah, this is just like a soon to be, and for now I'm just gonna start pass the electricity throughout through the highway, pass it down to the factory. And yeah, let's put some pole down there for our rig that are already power sharded and ready to produce oil. And yeah, we will see where we go in a second. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I crunched some number, and with what we currently have, which means 240 copper for one miner, by the way, yeah? I'll leave the other node in the back just by himself. So for 240 copper and for what is it, 420 iron node, wait, sorry, not iron node, crude oil, we are going to be able to produce a whopping 30 circuit board per minute. I think I did something wrong, because I don't remember that I think I have 1 second. Okay, I had to redo the calculation because I was like, oh, I don't have enough crude oil, something is wrong. And then I realized that I came here and I placed the machine and I say, oh, look at this, if I place just one power shard, I can produce 180. And with what we have, 180 plus 240 on the other side, so whatever we already placed there, we're gonna have 420 crude oil, which yes, they're gonna allow us to produce 30 circuit board and 5 computer per minute. So let's start. I don't think we're gonna finish everything all in one episode, because it sounds like there's just too much to do and so little time, always so little time. But I will try and start to put at least the oil in position and start to place some refinery, and we will take it from there. So I was doing just a sanity check and check that everything actually fits, and I think I can slap everything onto one floor. If I can place 8 smelter in a row and then pass down 13 constructor, I can start and produce copper sheet and wire and cable, because basically I need 10 for copper sheet, 10 constructor for copper sheet, 2.70 constructor for wire, and 1.3 constructor for the cable, which is obviously going to produce 40 cable through coming from the 80 wire. And we're gonna produce 100 copper sheet per minute. Yes, so that's already should be enough to produce the circuit board. So that's probably the first things that I'm gonna do right now. I place this elevator and I start to put the conveyor belt. As you can see, I finished that part. Both of the miner have been placed. At the moment the conveyor belt is saturated, the electricity have been passed, so that it's currently producing us 240 copper ore per minute, which should be enough, I guess, should be enough. And I placed the conveyor belt, sorry, not the conveyor belt, the elevator in here, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that I'm just gonna make a curve and pass it down so I can start to produce horizontally. Now I will lay down at least the smelter, and then I'm just gonna show you the setup to starting and how I do split, because obviously with the copper ingot produced I'm gonna have to split 240, so that's gonna be fun. See you in a minute. So I set the material for this, and now I just need to copy, well actually copy and paste for all the smelter. So at the moment we have our 8 smelter producing copper ingot. Well, it's not yet connected, but as you can see I moved because that's what's, you know, not needed. So I just passed down the elevator in a little bit of like a vertical fashion somewhat. It connects to the front of our front line, and it later passes the output from the back. Now I'm gonna need to divide the copper ingot in well, in what is it, 240. So 200 from one side and 40 from another. So if I obviously divide, if I divide 240 divided by 3, it tells me that each output of my splitter is gonna carry 8 ingot per minute. So I need just 40. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna place the first splitters in here like so, which means that now everything that comes out of the splitter is gonna be 80. And now if I take a second splitter and I place it like in here, probably a little bit further in here, and I further divide this line in two. Now one line is gonna bring me 40 and the other line is gonna bring 40 more back into the main line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a merger in here. That what is it gonna do is going from which direction is gonna get it. So let's say this way, forward. So what this is gonna do, it's gonna create back, it's gonna bring back all the previous one, and this is going to get this back in. Oh, maybe it's skewed. I should have not done it like that. One second. Okay, so as I was trying to explain before, this splitter divided the lane in 3, which means that each is gonna bring 80. Then later on we have a further division. Actually, that's wrong. This is supposed to be in here. Yes, so this is supposed to be in here, and it divides these in 3. So those two get merged back together, and then we have what is that crate about? We'll see. I'll see in a second. And then we have this, which brings 40 from one side, and these get merged back in. This is not needed at the moment apparently, because I had placed this inside of this. I was like, oh wait a minute. So what's happening here, these 8 are gonna get in, and it's gonna be divided in 40, and 40 are gonna go back into the lane. So those 3 are gonna be like 160 plus 40, 200, and that belt is gonna transport 200, and this belt here is going to transport 40, which are gonna be directed to 2-3 constructor basically. And I think I might just push them, because I'm gonna need 5 constructor, but then I'm gonna need 10 constructor for the copper sheet. So 3 constructor for the wire and 2 for the cable, and I'm gonna need 10 copper sheet for the circuit board. So I think that I'm gonna start with the 10 constructor, because it's the largest one, and then I'm gonna see if I have space. Now, because into the circuit board it's gonna need some plastic, I think that I can safely place them on that line down there, which means that I'm gonna have my wire and cable and computer assembly produced in this area here, and that area in the back is gonna be redirected mainly for the assembler for the circuit board. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to fit everything together. I'm gonna probably have to jump on top of the rock or place a ladder, because like before I had the ladder built on the other stairs, and I haven't built it since. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and I'll see how it is, I'll see how it looks like. And yeah, I'll show to everyone, I'll show you guys how far are we going. We're doing the things, we're doing the stuff. I'm very happy about it, honestly. It's coming along very nice. One thing that I mentioned to forgot, I forgot to mention, lol. I forgot to mention is that I'm gonna have 2.4, so basically 3 extra refinery at the bottom of this line, which are gonna produce somewhat of an excess of fuel, which I think that I'm gonna just package and try to put into dimensional depot in case I need it. And that's gonna be it for just for the moment at least. So I will now start to place some ladders, some stairs, probably some decent catwalk in between these two, because there is a high chance that I'm gonna come from this side. I wanted to just show a little bit as well the structure, because like I have been kind of like placing pontoon and pillars and whatnot all around here, and it looked very beautiful. I start to change the inside with the metal frame. I think it just works. It just works. It's kind of like it fits the aesthetic, and I start to kind of like create these beautiful floating bits of factory. That one is my encased beam factory, but I love it. I love the aesthetic. I love how it looks like. Oh, that's not what I want. It's not what I want. Let's see if we can just very quick escape. So yeah, this is like part of the beginning. Oh my lord. Yeah, this is me chopping down to a tree and stuff. Let me see if I can just place this somewhere. I want to keep it because, as I was saying, I want to create a little factory of biofuel and other stuff. So let me see, what am I doing? Organization. I need crate. Let's see if I can. All right, well, that should be it. So as I was saying, I will grab this because like this plate I don't have in the dimensional depot, and every time I have to just quickly go and grab them. Actually, as a matter of fact, I might just create a dimensional depot next time because like start to be annoying. I goes like, oh, I don't need them, and I end up needing them more than I would admit. So yeah, I will start to create first the 10 constructor, and we will see how far I can push them. And if they could fit all down there and leave us a space for 6 assembler, that would be great. That would be our ideal case, because what we can do some sort of a C shape. So we bring the constructor that way, and then we have our assembler going up, And because the assembler for the circuit board are gonna require plastic, I can just grab the output coming forward, and both the circuit board and the plastic are gonna be on the same conveyor belt, and I can put them back in into the assembler with obviously whatever it's left over of cable and stuff. And after that there is just two manufacturer, which if we are very much picky about it, I'm gonna place on a second floor on top of this. But I made sure that to leave a lot of space before roofing or whatever I'm gonna place in here. But yeah, I made sure to leave a lot of space, so we're gonna have like a half a factory that is gonna have a little bit of manufacturer, a lot of construction on the bottom, and refinery on the right side or left, depends where you're looking at. But yeah, I'll place the construction and I'll come back and show you how it looks like. Alright, so I spent a little bit of time. Obviously I placed the constructor for my copper sheet, and then because obviously to create the circuit board I don't need just copper sheet, I need plastic as well. And for 100 copper sheet I need 200 plastic, and I'm producing a roughly 30, well, for 6.70 assembler I'm producing 30 circuit board, so which means that I need to place at least a 7 assembler, and I need to underclock one of the 7. And I was trying to find a good configuration for my oil and for my fuel and my plastic. And well, sorry, not my oil, my heavy oil residual and my plastic. And I came up with this very clever, well, I guess it's clever, I don't know if anybody has, I haven't seen it so far in a lot of playthrough that I've seen. And I literally placed them, I placed 2 refinery face to face, and first I place this junction, which is 2.5 click, 2.5 nudge from one of the 2 pipes. So for example, if you align it with this pipe, you move it 2 and then you press control and you move it 1 more, and that's a half nudge or a small nudge, whatever you want to call it. It's a half nudge anyway. And then I connect everything, I connect the 2 pipe to the same pipe. And because this one create 140 oil residue per minute, 1 pipe is more than enough. And then I had trouble because I was like, oh no, I placed them too close to each other. The elevator clipping in, I don't like it. So what I did, I spent a little bit of time figuring out a way, and I found this nice way of skew them a little bit. So the concept is that basically you place a conveyor belt. So first you place an elevator and you rotate it toward the direction that you want to go. And then after that, you are placing a merger at the same height of the elevator, and then you nudge it back 3 times. And you got this, you know, this arrow configuration, whatever we want to call it, which is pretty neat if you ask me. So now I have everything centralized. Well, this was like, don't really need it in here because nothing is merging, but from here on, all of these are gonna be merged together, I guess. And all of the plastic should come from here. Now, I will have to divide the plastic in the same fashion that I did on the other side, which means that I'm gonna have to create the same balance that I have in here, but with just one, which means that I'm gonna have to have just this side and divide 200 that goes straight, and because this is 80, this goes back to, I mean, like, I need to pretty much create the same exact contraption in here, so that's that. But yeah, in here this one was too close, so it made a weird curve, so I just kind of like booped, especially because these now are going very fast. Everything in here need to be yet to be setted, but I know that this side is for copper sheet, so all good. So yeah, I'll proceed with just connecting the plastic and the copper sheet to my assembler, and I guess that next part is gonna be just figuring out where to put everything else, because I don't think I have the floor for everything in here. I mean, it's look like a lot, but it really isn't. It's gonna be filled very quick. And there is no possibility of expansion at this point, just yet. So yeah, we are going to go and kind of see if we can fit everything together, and you know, hopefully everything is gonna be contained in this square. But I was counting how many tile floor I have. I'm not so sure that I'm gonna be able to fit everything in. We will see, we'll see. I'll start to place it down and we will take it from there. Alright, so this got a little bit convoluted, but and I don't think I can do anything better with space. So we now have our constructor placed down and we set it up to produce circuit. So we're producing roughly 50 circuit, which means that 30 gonna go in storage and 20 are gonna go and be sent to the computer manufacturer. Once obviously we're gonna have to, we would have finished the wire and the cable, which should be pretty straightforward. Now in here I had to do some balancing because there is no clean mathematical way to divide this properly. Technically I should divide all the plastics in 280. Problem is that if you get 280 and you divide it by 3, you got an uneven number, so 93.3. The way that I did it in here is that I simply did 90, basically it's gonna be like 94 times 2, and instead of supplying 200 plastic to the circuit board, is gonna supply 188, so 20 less. I don't really have a better way to do it until I arrive to probably the programmable splitters and programmable merger, which I think they're able to do percentage. I don't know, I didn't even see them, and I'm not super sure how they work, but I'm assuming that that's what a programmable splitter is for. So this is gonna take our plastic, and this plastic is gonna be divided into lanes. So the line that it goes with 200, which is the line that get merged, is being put into our circuit board, and the other line I left it free in the middle of the square in here temporarily. So we will see how are we gonna do it, because I need to see how much how I'm gonna store everything on the other side. But it's interesting because we do have space. I might have overdone it with the space, and luckily we have everything that everything that we need, and probably more. Like, we have a lot of space. I just need to place 5 more constructor and I'm done technically, plus 2 manufacturer. I don't know how big is the manufacturer, but I was thinking that I didn't even unlock it, so we are gonna go and have to get motors, frame, plastics and cable. Everything that we have tons of it. So I almost did it. So everything that we have at the moment, it's stored a little bit around. I'm gonna go and gather everything, and let's see if I can just, so if you wonder, every time that I fail I have to do this again. It happened just once, but it happened. So once too many probably. There we go, and I'm up again. I should have placed some stairs, but I didn't have the need just yet, so good stuff. Alright, so I'll spend some times now, hopefully it's gonna be the last bits of this factory that I'm gonna do to basically store a little bit of our circuit board, and then we're gonna connect everything together, attach the 2 pipe of oil, plus the electricity, because I think that this refinery, the only thing that they're missing right now is just the oil and the electricity, and then well, probably the recipe as well, but I'm gonna do this very quick. So yeah, we are at a great point. I am so happy that we managed to make all of this circuit board. Not sure what we're gonna do with it just yet, but I guess they're gonna come in handy later when we start to produce other stuff. Now, where should I start? I think that because this is all connected, I could probably start and connect the copper, probably build a ladder there, and the copper, and start to produce everything and see if there is any type of problems in regard of the amount and everything, if all the recipe are there, if everything is being connected. Probably by an Iber tube, it's will be worth be placing here, rather than. Oh, very annoying. I changed my shortcut on my mouse and my mouse macro, and now it's just like going mental on it. So yeah, let's see if we can connect these very quick. We do have electricity at the moment. Belt should flow very fast as well. Everything is coming down. Recipe have been set, at least on all the smelter. Yes. So now everything is start to get in. Why these are not? Oh yeah, well, duh. That's why. Should I actually? So I was planning to get some electricity through the wall, because I think I'm gonna place some wall around this specific factory. But I don't know yet, because I placed these gigantic towers. It would be a shame for me to place wall. Maybe I just place glass all around. I don't know. We will see. So ingots start to come in, and obviously these it's not connected yet. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this on the fly. Oh well, definitely not. But I can do it from down here, I think. There we go. And well, let's place pole just in here, just to not have floating device. So now we are producing copper sheet. Great, everything it starts to flow. Copper sheet start to get in. Are these connected? They should be. Well, I think I miss a connection. What's going on? Oh yeah, there we go. There is always a cable missing. I don't know why, but it happened. Let's make sure that now these are connected. This one should be connected there. So everything is being now set. Still missing a cable. Good stuff. Now, what's left? What's left in here is that copper sheet are getting in. We need to start to produce with the refinery. So I will start to pass. Where should I pass? Because I would love to have one beam of metal that goes straight through and fed both of the line. But at the same time, it needs to be a very, very high beam. It cannot be just like a normal one, right? So I can, let's see, because if I place it in the center, it's gonna be hitting the conveyor belt. Unless, let's see if I can place in the middle of the front of our conveyor belt, if there is like an empty space. Is there an empty space somewhere? There is not. Nope. No, there's no empty space. I mean, like, no, we cannot force this. I could probably create a T-join in here and let it not levitate in between. Or we could place some small frame on one side, maybe in here, and just lift them up. Not super sure what would be the best solution in here. Or I could just place, I used to have my little trick that I used to do a while back. Basically, I place a wall down where I need the actual cable, and then I slap a connection like so, say like that. And now what the only thing left to do is select and place the cable in front. It's very annoying that I'm sliding, so thank you. Perfect. So we have them there, and now I'm gonna do one by one. Alright, everything has been connected, everything is ready to go. I already did a test, but obviously I wanted to connect the final bits and bob with you guys. Let's see if I can pass these in. Yep, that's probably the best straight way that we can have, like in this case. And for these I just have to connect these two. Now I was thinking about what exactly we should produce after, because I was thinking the original idea was that I wanted to produce plastic, and with the heavy oil I was creating more fuel. But you know what, with all this heavy oil I will have to store it or package it or send it somewhere, and I don't know what to do with it at the moment. So I think that I'm just gonna have the pet room petroleum coke, produce with whatever fuel we're producing, and just send it to a sink or for now, and possibly later just use all this beautiful water to create you know, another power, electricity power. On top of that, there is a geyser in here. I don't know just yet what it does, but I know that there is a machine that gets put on top of it and generate electricity. So with all this petroleum coke, we could potentially do some you know, just generate a little bit more power, because you know, we can, why not? Now everything is getting up to production. Everything is, yep, if I can see, all of these are, oh well, this is why it's was not coming. It's because, there we go, this is now slowly gonna be filling. Actually too slow. Is everything going as expected? Yeah, it is. What about you? What's happening with you? Yep, this is producing. Why you are not? Oh, here it goes. It's starting. All right. Probably the rest of those just had the time to fill up and buffer it while I was building all the pipe and whatnot. So everything, it seems, connected. And look at this beautiful circuit board. Now, there we go. We already find another cable. I always go around the factories and I goes like, I always forgot that sometimes like these are blueprints, so they're gonna have some, you know, some parts which are not fully 100% matching. But that should be the last bits of it. We got our beautiful first phase done. We are generating 50, at the moment 50 circuit board per minute, which they're gonna be divided 30 and 50, 30 and 20. 30 are gonna go into our 2 manufacturer, and 20 are gonna go inside our circuit board storage, which we will have very, very soon. But with that, that's gonna be a wrap for today's episode. If you know, thanks for joining me on our journey of conquering the planet in Satisfactory. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did playing. Be sure to, you know, subscribe for more episodes, and do drop a comment below letting me know what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching. Bye!